Okay, you guys can see my screen, correct?
No.
Oh, no, you cannot?
Nope.
All right. Now
There
you
you go.
can see my screen.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so we are so excited to have some new girls on here learning about what we do tonight. And we are going to be straight to the point for you guys so you can learn about it, see if this is for you. There's no strings attached, but we are just excited about what it's done for all of us. So tonight we are going to be going over what's required to become an online health and fitness coach. How do you get paid? How do you build a team? We'll also go over the normal hesitations like, is this a pyramid? Do I have to be a salesperson? I don't have a large network. Can I still grow a business? Can I still be successful? And I don't have six-pack abs. I'm not at my goal weight. And I want to try this out, but I don't know if I'll be able to be successful. So first, we are going to start off, and you are just going to hear some of our leaders tonight share a little bit about their story. I'm going to kick it off. My name is Jessie Mershon. I have been a coach 4.5 years now. I'm a mom of two. I have an 11-year-old and a 16-month-old. I think he's actually 17 months old today. But two little ones, and I am married to the love of my life. He actually is going to be coming home in 2 weeks to work this business full time with me. So we are super, super excited for that. I got started on my journey, and I know it probably is one of those like cliche things that people say, but my why was always my kids. And when I got started, I just had one. I was a single mom, and I struggled with an eating disorder for 10 years. So I literally was like in and out of trying to eat and then trying to work out and trying to be skinny. And I had a very messed up mindset of what fitness and health was and just the example I wanted to set for my daughter. So it was when my daughter started telling people that I didn't eat that it really all hit home for me. And I realized I didn't want to be that mom. I didn't want to set that example. We live in a world where it's hard enough for girls to grow up and feel secure and feel confident. And I wanted to help her feel that way without putting in her head that, you need to be skinny and you need to not eat to look good. So I got started on the journey, and I honestly went all in. I, at the time, was working 80 hours a week. I had my bachelor's degree, but was not using it. And I also was a dance teacher. And when I decided to go all in, I wanted to be home with my daughter. I wanted to move to South Carolina, where my husband was. And I had 7 months to really kick it into gear, to go all in, to be really serious. I kind of put myself up against a wall because I didn't give myself a maybe I'll try this out, maybe I won't. I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to be successful at it because I'm doing nothing else with my life right now. And I need something to be proud of. And I want something that can help me be home with my kids. And I want to do something that's going to make a difference. And went all in 7 months, left both my jobs, moved to South Carolina, and I now am home with our son. I have became a six-figure earner in the business, and I show up every single day the same way I did in the beginning of my business, where it is take care of yourself first, share your journey on social media, and invite people just to get healthy with you and be a part of your journey. Next up will be Alex.
Hey guys, I'm Alex. So when I was approached on Instagram about becoming a coach, I literally laughed because I was the most unhealthy person ever. I was a teacher living in San Diego with my husband, and who was also a teacher. And I was extremely unhealthy. I was overweight for, I was unhappy, unhealthy, hated what I saw in the mirror. I was on a lot of medicine. I was put in the hospital several times I had a mini stroke. I had atrial fibrillation, or I have atrial fibrillation. I got like 3 or 4 migraines a week that would put me in the hospital. So I was really unhealthy. So when I was approached by becoming a coach, I literally laughed because I lived off hot Cheetos and Dr. Pepper. But for some reason, I was just so unhappy with my job and just felt really passionless, and was searching for something more in life. So I felt like, I'm just going to see what this sneak peek is all about. And it was very similar to something like this. And honestly, in that little webinar sneak peek, I was like obsessed. I felt like this is what I'm supposed to do. And in the last 3 years, I'm completely off medicine. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. I just had a baby boy 2.5 months ago, who now I get to stay home with. I'm no longer a teacher, and now I get to be home with him every day, but still do something that fills my cup up every day. And that's super important to me, because I want to still have something for myself and have something that fills my passion up. And I never had that with teaching. And personally for me, nothing against you if you're a teacher, I love teachers, but for me, that's just not something that made me happy every day. And I've met my best girlfriends. I get to be home with my baby boy. I am the healthiest I've ever been, and truly just love sharing this gift because that's what it's been for my life. Aubrey, go ahead.
Hello, I am Aubrey. I am like totally opposite of both of their stories. I have a background, my background is like nothing but fitness and orthopedic medical field and that kind of thing. But I also was approached on Instagram to, become a coach, and I laughed too because I was like, that doesn't work. Like, those are pointless. It's an at-home program. Those don't work. Because I was such a gym rat. I was so closed-minded to everything else. That I said no for a long time, and I kept on, living the typical college life, and then just out of college life, super independent, 9-to-5 job, go to the bar, you drink until you feel good enough to go home, and you're just really bored with your life, so you drink. That was my life for a long time, and then met my husband, and we had our son, and there went the drinking every night, at a bar anyways. And I started kind of leaning in more to watching these girls and watching the girl who eventually invited me. I watched her for a really long time. Then I had my daughter, who is now 2. My son is going to be 5 in a few days. My daughter is now 2, and I just took the plunge back in December, to become a coach. So I'm still kind of a baby coach, new coach. I'm not really a baby coach anymore, I feel like, because it's been almost a year. But I absolutely love it. My favorite part about what I've found in it is it's still the fitness. I still get my fitness fix. I still get to help people the way I did as a personal trainer and working in orthopedics, but I can work around my schedule with my babies and also my full-time job as a local realtor here in Charleston, which the Charleston market is insane. So I am constantly busy with work, constantly busy with my kids. So having this group of women and community of the most supportive women I've honestly ever found in my entire life is my favorite part. I was never one of the girls. I'm still not one of the girls. I feel like in a social circle most of the time, I feel like I don't fit in anywhere. But when I met all these people, we're all really weird together, and I really love it. We made jokes like we feel like we're the losers club, but we all love each other as losers. So that's my that was my pull to this. Was it's fitness based and it's healthy based, yes, but this honestly the coaching aspect, like I could have been a fitness trainer anywhere, but I chose Beachbody because of the community of women that is around to support you, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear how we do what we do within the community within this next presentation with each other.
Jessie, you're muted.
I'm the one who always has technology issues, just so you know. So first we're going to talk about what we are not. And I'm sure you guys have heard things. So if you're on this call, I'm sure you've either heard things from friends or family or seen things on social media, and there's so much, and we have all heard it too. So we're not going to pretend like we haven't, but we're going to just talk about all the different things. first and foremost, we share our journey on social media. And that part is honestly such a big part, you guys. It's sharing your journey and sharing how you're getting results and sharing how you're bettering yourself. A big part of this is going to not be that you have to have six-pack abs. It's not going to be that you have to know everything and be certified and be this fitness instructor or sell this product. Your journey is going to be just showing up and sharing what you are doing to feel your best. So any successful coach in this business is willing to share their journey and to really focus on themselves just to feel good. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to know all of the things. And you are not going to be in people's faces telling anybody to buy anything, because I promise that coaches that are doing that are not successful. No one wants to be sold a product and just have that in their face constantly. So that is that. Next up, our team goal. So our big team goal is to help people live their best life. And I know that might sound like, okay, whatever, but we truly believe that you can live your best life and that you also deserve it. And you go through life so often just feeling like, okay, once you graduate school, or if you didn't go to college, you got your job and you have that 8 to 5 and you live for the weekends, and we forget that we can dream big. We forget that you can set goals. You grow up and it's like all of a sudden you don't dream anymore, and you just are like in this, okay, I go to work, I come home, I eat dinner, and I go to sleep, and that's it. And we want you to dream bigger. We want you to believe in yourself. We want to help people live their best life physically, mentally, and spiritually. We want to provide a community that believes in you. We want you to know, like Aubrey had talked about and Alex talked about, that you aren't alone, that we're not just a community that's trying to sell a product or a community that is pushing anything. We are a community that wants community. And that was our big joke at our last retreat, is we all struggled with having good groups of friends and having friends that we could really talk to. So our community truly is something different, and it's not just a job for us. It's something that we have a place to talk. And we want to build a legacy for years to come. What we are doing right now is not just for our families, but for our kids and for their kids and for kids down the road. Obesity and heart attacks and all of the things that are happening are something that we can help fix by showing up and by making a difference. And if we don't now, then there's going to be like a downward spiral that no one gets to, you know, that girls are feeling alone, that girls are struggling with eating disorder, that obesity is getting even worse and getting even younger. And we have a chance to change that. And we have a chance to really build that legacy that life can be different, life can be better.
I do it too. I talk when it's needed. But so what makes a great influencer? First one is someone wants to start who wants to start working out and who wants to eat clean-ish. Again, just to kind of tie back into, you know, being a personal trainer in the background, these workouts, you guys, aren't just cardio bunny workouts. And that's honestly what I was invited to years and years ago by a different person. And I thought they just hopped around all day and they thought that worked to lose weight. But it's not the case when you get into the calisthenics of it and everything. But there's different kinds of workouts. So that whether you like weightlifting, whether you like running, whether you like dancing, whether you like yoga, I mean, there's like hundreds of workouts on here. So if any form of a workout that you want to start doing is available to you, but you have to want to start doing it first. That's what would make a great coach, is to work on you first. And as far as the nutrition goes, eat clean-ish. Obviously, if you're wanting to lose weight or gain muscle or get in better shape, you're going to eat clean. But we're not one of those people or companies who says cut out entire food groups, or, you know, start at the bottom and then in however many days end up here with and add in certain other foods. We all have donuts on our retreat, like our big fitness retreat. We literally had donuts delivered and ate them in a matter of seconds, it feels like. Someone who wants to build their dreams. So someone as an influencer, kind of like you heard Jesse and Alex kind of say, they really wanted to be home with their babies. Like that was their big goal. That is a huge dream. That's a dream for a lot of women. That might not be your dream, and that's fine. But whatever your dream is, that's what a good influencer is when you have big dreams and you want to crush them together. Someone who wants to transform their life. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like that lonely mom life, just a lonely woman life in general, because let's admit it, when you get older as a woman, it gets really lonely. You lose a lot of friends here and there, and you feel like you don't have a really good friend to connect with, and you really want to transform your life. And it takes that to be a good influencer, to want to change for the more and for the better. And someone who wants to be a product of the product, someone who wants to lead by example. So those two kind of go hand in hand. Like we talked about, our first job as online fitness influencers is to genuinely work on ourselves first. That's not just physical. That is from the inside out. You have got to work on I always say innards, it sounds really redneck, but work on your insides in order to change your outsides for the better. It's a total mindset switch. Someone who wants to walk the walk and talk the talk. So again, it's talking to yourself first before you talk to others, so that you can walk out your journey with other people as you lead them. And then what we actually do as coaches, again, first, we stay committed to your own journey. And I'm going to be really honest, it's not easy. Like, I know a lot of people see us showing up every day in our stories, on our Facebooks, and we think that it's just total second nature. While it is a nature of ours, it's not always the second. Sometimes it's the 10th. But we eventually get there. We show up for ourselves first, and we stay committed to what we're doing when we're doing it, because we want to be the best versions of ourselves in order to help others. Second thing we do is we get plugged in and we stay connected with our community. Kind of like I touched on before, that's really why I joined this company and this business and this particular group of girls, because they are my people. I can plug into them. I literally went through an extremely hardship, our family, a couple of weeks ago, and it was detrimental feeling. But I could log on or, get in our little thread of a group text that we have and say, hey, can you pray for me? I'm going through something really hard. Or can you help me out? Today's a hard day. Or what do you suggest I do right here? And it's a true friendship, more so than just like a coach buddy. They're my girlfriends. And the last thing we do is we share. So we talk about those struggles. We talk about our wins, our losses, our worries, our gains, our victories. We talk about it all and share, to show women like you who probably are interested in what we do and why we do it, because probably we shared something that kind of touched a nerve or touched somewhere in your heart that thought, oh, okay, well, they're real humans too. I really want to know what they're doing. But it's because we support each other and we encourage each other, and we are honestly as raw and real as we can be as we share.
All right, so how do we build our businesses? And here you'll see some examples of our Instagrams, and we all have different lives. We all have different interests, so you're going to see it's different. I'm sorry if you can hear my baby in the background. My husband's trying his best to get him to stop crying. Okay, so we are ourselves first and foremost. We do not lead with a product. We do not lead with anything but ourselves. So if you think of a storefront, we are our storefront. We share our journeys. So we share what's going on in our lives. You'll see my Instagram there. We got baptized. I shared about that. I shared about our community. I shared some pictures of my new baby boy, and we share, and they also see some fitness pictures on there. We share in our journeys, the good, the bad, the ugly, and that inspires people when you share. Because you know what? Like for me, my life right now, real mom life. So I share that, and I share the struggles, and people are inspired by that because it helps people not feel so alone. If you're not a mom, I have college students on my team. They share what's going on in their lives. We just share our lives. We share that we're incorporating our health into our busy lives, and that motivates people, which is so awesome. And you can go to the next slide. Let's talk about some best case scenarios, because you've kind of heard our stories, and I know it sometimes seems a little too good to be true. I always hear that from people. So let's talk about some awesome, best case scenarios. You will get awesome results. Our health and fitness programs are top notch. They are amazing. You have every single thing from, if you're wanting to build muscle, lose weight, tone up, any of that. But you'll see so many different transformations here. There's a lot of us who were pregnant or, postpartum, or people who just started at all different journeys and all different, areas in their life, which is so amazing because who doesn't want to become their healthiest? And then we've talked about this community, and it might seem so repetitive, but you guys, the community and the friendships you make is probably some of our favorite parts, because you have this like sisterhood, and you get to talk to these girls. You get to go on a lot of these pictures are taken at work trips we get to go on, or these all-inclusive trips that we'll get to talk about later. But the community is just amazing, and you have these friendships. And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't have a big group of girlfriends that I could rely on, and I know a lot of us, we didn't either. It's hard to make friends when you're older, past college and all that, and you get that with this, which is amazing.
All right, so the daily tasks and what it actually looks like, because obviously this is a business. We love the community. We love working on ourselves, but there is things in place so that you are able to grow a successful business. So our vital behaviors are going to be drink your superfoods every day, do your workout, show up for yourself, do personal development. And personal development is something that if you are not doing, no matter what job you are in, or even if you're not working and you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're in college, whatever it is so important that you start doing personal development, because everyone has mindsets that bring you down, that we get in our own heads. We've been told things growing up or at different stages of our life. And if you're a girl, you look in the mirror a lot and you judge the heck out of yourself. So doing personal development to believe in yourself, to have confidence, to remind yourself and boost yourself up is so important. And I did zero until I started this. And honestly, when I first started, I thought it was one of those things that like, okay, whatever, if I can get it in, I'll get it in. But it is something that honestly, I wish every person in the world really realized that you need to be doing. Even my husband finally got on board and he does it, and it is helping so much in our marriage and just the way that he parents and the way that we are together, because it truly makes a difference when you are fueling your mind with things that are positive and uplifting. And the last vital behavior is going to be sharing your journey on social media, which we talked about, and inviting people to be a part of it, inviting people to do this alongside you and to believe and to dream bigger and set goals and be a part of a community that can uplift them and be there on the hard days. Our business activity tracker is what's posted right here. And we actually just got a new app as well. And so basically this tracker is in the app, and it makes it so easy for people who have full-time jobs or who are busy. You don't have to have the actual tracker in hand. You can just pull it up on your phone. So while I quickly go over this, the first part of it, personal accountability is going to be at the top, because your journey starts with you feeling good. You cannot help inspire people and motivate people if you aren't taking care of yourself. And if you're feeling like crap, you can't share your journey and be like, I'm feeling so good, because it's going to not feel real. And we want you to feel good. So the first part of it is going to be your vitals that I just went over. The second part is going to be connecting, inviting. And you guys, we help you do that. We help you with reaching out to people, with talking to people, with sharing. We are a team that doesn't hide anything. There's no secrets. We tell each other, hey, this is working well for me. Hey, try this or change this, because again, we're a team. We're here to help each other. We're not doing this alone. And if we were, like, I guarantee none of us would want to be doing it, because the community is such a big deal. And the next part is going to be sharing on your social media. So again, it's going to have boxes for you to check off your daily life. Did you share about your kids or your job or something you learned in personal development or your scripture or something about your marriage? It is just a place where you will share what makes you you, what is special about you. You'll put a few workout clips in there, product use, healthy meal, or meal prep. Something that is so cool, if you're like, I don't know how to cook, that's totally me. I'm not a good cook. But you get to learn. So you try a recipe out, and if it's good, you share it. And if it sucks, you don't share it. And or you share it and tell people don't make it. But you get to start learning how to be better. I always say be a student in this journey, because you are never at a point in this journey that you are too good to keep learning. And the more that you learn, and the more you learn about your nutrition, and you learn about how to take care of yourself and how to feel your body, not just to be skinny, not just to lose weight, not just to put on muscle, but to feel good and to have energy, the more you're going to love the journey. So much is put on, oh, you have to be this certain weight to feel good. And honestly, weight and that scale are something that are going to mess with your head. You need to want to feel good. And when you start learning about it, it becomes something super exciting. And I did not love school, and I actually find it interesting now just to find stuff out about how messed up our food system is, and just what's in certain things. It's just cool to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Also, then we teach you guys how you're going to share about groups that we're running, how you're going to share about things like this, getting on a call so that you can help people learn about what this is and what the opportunity is. And we teach you all of this stuff. Then the last part of your daily tracker is going to be checking in your challenge group, which is where you hold people accountable, recognizing any achievements that your team is having as you grow, or that your friends are having on the team. So it's just, again, a time to uplift other people and to shout them out and tell them, hey, you're doing a really good job. It's not easy to show up every day. It's not easy even when you're coach, and we're not going to lie to you and tell you that every day you want to show up, because you don't. But if you continue to do it, you're going to feel so freaking good. So with this app, literally, you guys, it's as simple as clicking that you did it, and it has a date on it. So it makes it so easy. It's on the go. You almost always have your cell phone when you go do things. When you're laying in bed, you literally can check the things off, or if you're getting up early in the morning, or you're sitting waiting in the car for different things, you are able to do this. So it makes it so easy with the app. So how do coaches actually make money? You're going to get 25% commission on everything that's purchased through you. You have a site that it all goes through. So you do not have to go create your own site or go do anything on your own. Literally, when you get all signed up, you get a website with that. And you don't have to worry about inventory or shipping or customer service. It's all going to be taken care of. Team cycle bonuses. As a team, we all work together, which helps each other grow. So when I talk about how we all help each other grow, that is something that is also beneficial to all of us, because the more our team crushes it, the more we all grow together, the more that we all push each other and get uncomfortable and challenge each other, the more that everyone's income is going to go up. And I will be honest, in this business, your team cycle bonuses is going to be what ends up being your biggest part of your paycheck. So even if you are super sick for a week, and say you've been doing this 3 years or 4 years or even 2 years, say you're sick and you're literally, I actually really was sick a week ago and couldn't get out of bed, couldn't do anything. And it was a really rough week, but I didn't have to call into work. And the nice part about the cycle bonuses and about the income, that how it comes in, is that I still got a paycheck that week. So I didn't have to skip a week of pay. We get paid every Thursday, but that's why cycle bonuses are so awesome, is because it's not about commission. And I know when you look at jobs like this, you're always oh, the people that make money have to have tons of commission every single day and every single week, and that's how they make their money. It's not like that in our business, and that's why it's freaking awesome, I promise. Quarterly cycle bonuses. This is a payout every 3 months for qualifying 2-star diamond coaches and above. Bonuses range from $918 for a 2-star all the way up to $45,000 for 15-star diamond coaches. So there's 4 or 5 different bonuses at different ranks. and you are able to get those quarterly. And honestly, you guys, that's something that like everyone, if you join, should have on your vision board, because I don't know about you, but like waking up and just getting a bonus of $45,000 is like, what the freaking heck? And it's something that you should envision, not because you need to be rich, or maybe you want to go buy a certain car, but maybe you want to donate and give to a charity. Maybe you want to do something at your church. Maybe there's something that's really, really close to your heart that you would love to do. And that's where money in the hands of good people can be something that is really awesome and helps our world. Matching bonuses are going to be 5 to 10% of your team bonus cycle amount. So here is some income progressions, and they are very different people on them. So first, mine is on the left, and you can see it is not something, I'll be honest, that you get rich fast. I'm sure there's coaches that go, I know there's coaches that went so much faster than me. So it definitely is the work you put in. But mine is from my first month in the business, making $569 to year 4, the same exact month, making $9,631. In the center, this is a college student. So she has been in college her entire business, and she still was able to show up. And I know we have college girls on our team, and I know college can be a time that you are gaining weight, you're not really taking care of yourself, you're drinking more, you don't really have friends that are working out, but also you're going to your classes and doing that thing. And the college students that really actually get into this have built awesome incomes and really been able to do big things. So July 2017, she was $329, and then August, she was at $2,000. So you can see that, again, the income goes up monthly. It's not something that like you start off and you are literally like 6-figure earner, $1 million earner your first month. And just so you know, if you ever get involved in a business that tells you that's going to happen, it's a scam. Income progressions from on the right is going to be Pam's, and she is a teacher. So she is a full-time teacher. She does this on the side as a little hustle. Her first month in the business, she made $269. By month 36, she was making $1,000, $339. So again, these incomes are going to depend on the work that you're putting in, the time that you are putting in. I will say, as a full-time coach right now, I am home with my son and want to be present with my son. So I only work my business 2 to 3 hours in a day, and that's as a full-time coach 4 years in, just to give you guys a little like how I kind of do it. Pam, who is on the right, she probably is working the business. What would you guys say? An hour a day? Probably an hour a day, and that's how she's been building, because she's a wife and a full-time teacher, and she loves what she does. So just so you guys can kind of see, and again, your income will be something that you get to create, and it's going to go off of work. Nothing is guaranteed. It really comes from being consistent, showing up, and also having that belief in yourself.
Okay, this is me. So what our team provides. So, I mean, all of the things that you've heard, I'm sure sounds really good and awesome, and you kind of feel like you can do this a little bit, and then you're kind of like, well, how do I do it? What our team provides, as Jesse was saying, we literally show you everything. We have no secrets. If one of us is trying something and it works really well, we say, hey, look, this is working really well for me. But we do weekly team calls, kind of like this, what we're doing now. We all hop on a Zoom call together. That's what this is called, by the way, is a Zoom call. We all hop on one of these together at least once a week, and we either do training sessions. We either have someone come in and kind of speak on a different training topic. It's one of us upper higher end coaches. We talk about something to do, or sometimes we try to do at least once a month where we all hop on a team call and we literally just crush an hour of work together. One of us plays music on our calls, and the rest of us, we do our daily business tracker like we did. If we've already done it for the day, we go back and do it again, because this business grows with how much you put into it. So we obviously want to grow bigger for our bigger dreams and goals. So we sit together for that hour and do it. We have one-on-one calls with your coach. So whoever you sign up with, I literally just did one with one of my girls the other day and love it. You do one-on-one calls. Yay, Robin's on it. We do one-on-one calls. So you talk about training, your struggles, your victories, what you do, what you need help with. We break it down literally like to the invite of how you word it, how you're sounding, because we're not salespeople. So if you come at somebody sounding salesy, we want to fix that because that's not what we're trying to do. We are honestly trying to help people grow. Our group Facebook chats, that's kind of the thing I was talking about earlier when I said our thread, meaning we have a Facebook Messenger and we're all in a thread together. We have a few different ones going on. And we do things in the morning, like we just started this. We'll wake up in the morning, we'll work out, and we will write in the chat, I am up early because, and then you write why you're up early. Somebody wrote, I'm up early because I want to go on our diamond retreat, which is our next big trip we get to do. Somebody wrote, I'm waking up early because I don't want to put my kid in daycare forever. I'm waking up early because I want to get this work done before anybody wakes up. So things like that to really motivate and encourage and just come to each other again in that community setting. A new coach mentorship. Our company actually just released a brand new company-wide kind of like coach onboarding, a whole new training, because there is literally endless training everywhere on the internet because this is more of a Wi-Fi based business. So you can get very overwhelmed with it. So as our team as a whole, we provide a new coach training for you that's kind of specific for the things that have worked for us on our team. Again, endless social media training. It is literally all over the internet, different things that work and that don't work. Then we have a big Google Drive, which is a Google Drive is just like a giant place on the internet within Google that has all of our coach forms, all of our coach graphics, some pictures from our retreats. We literally keep everything in one spot so you can go and see. And there's things in there from before I was a coach back in like, I don't know, 2015, things that I can grab and pull to work to better my business and move forward. All right, Jess, next slide. Summit, I love this slide. Okay, so Summit is our group, our big company-wide, it's almost like a vacation training session that we get to go on every year. This year it was in Indianapolis, and it is literally 4 days worth of nonstop training, workouts, community, photo shoots, fancy dresses. I mean, we do the whole 9 yards at this retreat, and it is, or this conference, and it is so much fun. We all get to crowd the streets. This year we shut down the city of Indianapolis downtown, and we worked out. It was, I think they said there was like a crazy number of coaches, like 20, 50,000 something like that. That literally we filled the streets. It was early. It was like 4 a.m. You don't sleep on these retreats because you just keep going with fun. But we did workouts with every single super trainer that's on the screen when you work out. So it was really cool to get to see all those people in person. There was a bodybuilding show that Jessie actually competed in. She placed third, and it was awesome. And you know, it's things like that you get to go, you get to see a bodybuilding competition, you get to work out with all the super trainers, you get endless training from literal 7-figure business earners from the company. I mean, 7 figures, that's over 6, obviously, but if you really break it down and write out the number, that's a big number. And they make that consistently. So to hear what they said and how they started their journey, literally the same way that we are all sitting here right now, is extremely inspiring. And then earned conferences. So this one, actually, to be honest, is one that I would love to go on. I haven't got the chance to go on one of them yet. It is a leadership conference. There's a new leadership conference, which is out in Los Angeles. And again, it's one of those, it's company-wide, but it's only for specific leaders. So you can really go and sharpen your skills at the position you're in within the company. So the training is more localized to you and your daily grind and your hustle of what you do when you do it. They have fun workouts on that trip too. They have, you know, nights out cocktails, and they have team dinners and all of those fun things that are there. But you really get to sit down more and have one-on-ones with the higher ups in the company and truly learn how to grow the way you want it to grow.
Okay, I'm going to talk about something called the Success Club trip. And essentially, it's just a trip that our company fully provides for people who work the business and help at least 3 people a month. And honestly, this trip sounded too good to be true. There's a trip to the Caribbean, a 6-day Caribbean cruise this past March, and I qualified for it last year. And my husband and I were both like, no, it's too good to be true. My husband said, no way, can we go? Like, they're going to charge us for something. And you guys, I proved him wrong. And we went, and sure enough, it's not too good to be true. We went and had the most amazing trip ever. I got to spoil the crap out of my husband. We got 6 days, and Jessie and her family were there, and we just got all of our families together. We had dinners every night. We just had the best time ever. And being able to take your loved ones, whether it's a mom, a sibling, your kids, a spouse, on a trip that you earned because of your hard work and your passion for this business is so incredible. And I know there's a bunch of us that will be heading to Punta Cana in March, which is so exciting. So it's anybody who's on this call right now is able to earn these trips for not just you, but your family, which I think is probably one of the coolest parts about this business, being able to spoil your loved ones. All right, and then next is retreats. I'm sure everyone on this call has seen us posting about it. We just got back from Hilton Head, South Carolina, where we got spoiled. It was an all-inclusive free weekend where we just got to have so much team bonding. This is where we really build up the communities. We get to work out every single morning. We got to have a photo shoot. We got spoiled with trainings and swag. And these are the best weekends. And we have about 2 to 3 a year normally. This next January, we'll be heading to the mountains in Tennessee in this gorgeous mansion. But these are trips that you can earn, again, for doing something that you love, helping people, making a difference, and you get rewarded for that. And I know I don't know any other jobs that you get rewarded like this, but it is amazing. And then this is something I'm so passionate about, but growing your relationships. You'll see a lot of spouses here, but this is not just with your spouses. This is with your parents, your siblings, your friends, your coworkers. When you work on yourself daily and you're filling your brain with, I call it brain fuel, but essentially personal development, and you're working out, you're feeling amazing, you become a happier person. I know that firsthand. You become a happier person, and you are able to handle situations better. And I know for me, this has completely changed my marriage, as well as a lot of other women on our team's marriages. And I'm a better wife. My husband's a better husband from this. Our daily workouts are our bonding time. And again, you become a better mom. You become a better coworker. Because when you're working on yourself, you're just a happier person, which is so incredible to grow our relationships because we become better people.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself again. Hold on, I have to go back one. Sorry. All right, so quickly, just going to break this down for you guys. When you get signed up, typically you are going to get signed up either with your shakes or with our pre and post workout, depending on what you need and what you're needing in your life at that time. And then you'll get access to all of the programs that we're doing. So they start at 160, but you will talk with the coach that added you, and you'll figure out what are you needing nutrients wise, and what are you needing fitness wise. Do you need portion control containers? We have different nutrition plans, so you'll get everything all set up with them, and you'll go over specific prices. The ongoing business expenses is something that I do want you guys to understand. Coaching Business Center is $15.95, so we round it up to $16 a month. And that is going to be all of your business fees, you guys. So you are able to run a business and just pay the $15.95 a month. If you are a military spouse or you are in the military, you do get the coaching fee waived, just so you know, and your coach will be able to send you a waiver. But that fee is going to cover customer service, it's going to cover your website, it's going to cover payroll, it's going to cover all of your business things that for $15.95. Super awesome because it's like nothing. Your ongoing monthly cost to stay active as a coach is either going to be your pre and post workout or your Shakeology. And this is not a requirement. It is something that is recommended, but it is not something that you have to do. And your coach can go into more detail with that. Shakeology, customer versus coach savings. So this is just a little difference for you. Shakeology is $132 for retail. If you are a coach, you get it for $99. Savings is $33, but then you add in that coach business fee and you are going to be net saving $17. It's also cheaper shipping as well. So what do you do next? You are going to message the person that added you in, and you can figure out how you want to get started. Let them know what you loved most about this, and also let them know what your biggest fear is. It is completely okay to be nervous. It is completely okay to have self-doubt, and it is completely okay to be fearful that you will be successful at it, because we have all felt that. And I want to encourage you to say it out loud to your coach. Say it out loud to the girl that added you, so you guys can talk about it, and so that it can be something that doesn't hold you back, but something that you'll be able to work on when you get started. After you're all signed up, you'll get added into our team page. You'll start your trainings as soon as you are ready. And the trainings, like Aubrey said, are super quick and to the point. It is literally 22 minutes to get you started, because our business is not complicated. It is that what I went over, and that's what you're going to be doing every single day. So we are super excited to have you guys all on tonight. Did we have any questions? No questions. Everyone's good? All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We cannot wait to meet you guys and to be alongside you and get to know you and support you and love on you. If you have any other questions that you think of when you get off, don't be nervous. Message your coach that added you on, and you guys can chat and figure it out. I hope you guys have a great night.
Can we boomerang really fast?
Yes.
Sorry. So if you don't know what boomeranging is, it's a thing on Instagram. But just, you can kind of wave or wiggle or whatever you want to do, because it's just a little snapshot.
And
you do them on most every call.
Super weird at first, but you'll start to love it.
Yeah. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
That was delayed because my phone was not working. I don't know why, but it would not do it. All right, have a great night.